Welcome back to the Stovetop. So in this Cocktails with Squib, I'm going to be doing something that I've been meaning to do for years. And that is try out 3 different alcohols that I suppose you could have in a shot or sip by themselves, but really they're normally mixed with other things. So from left to right on the stovetop, I'll start with the bottle of Sambuca that my director purchased a week ago. This is an Italian liqueur that is made from the elderbush leaf and the licorice root. It is clear. It is 42% alcohol by volume or 21 proof. So this is supposed to have a licorice taste. It could be a little bit floral too. In the center is a 100 milliliter bottle of Absinthe. This is from France. It's 110 proof or 55% alcohol by volume. This is going to be the strongest alcohol I've ever tried where I've been aware of the alcohol content. It's supposed to taste sort of like black licorice, but it's not made with licorice root. It's made with wormwood. And it's green in color. It gets that from the yellow dye number 5 and blue dye number 1 that's in it. Now, I purchased this bottle 7 years ago at Lee's Discount Liquor in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's actually several locations all over the valley that are conveniently located. I purchased this one on Las Vegas Boulevard near South Point. And the reason I did was because I saw a documentary on the History Channel where they talked about different alcohols, and one of them they mentioned was absinthe. So I purchased this bottle there because I had noticed it, thinking this is hard to get, but actually it's available everywhere. And last on the far right, I have a bottle of St-Germain. This is an elderflower liqueur from France. It's 40 proof or 20% alcohol by volume. It's made with elderflower petals, which come from the elderberry tree or bush. It's supposed to have the taste of pear and honeysuckle. So I purchased this bottle 2 years ago after I saw a video from Pew Pew Park that was in his Alcoholic Alchemy series. I'll include a link to the video or his playlist at the end of this video so you can check it out for yourself. Maybe check out some of his other videos. I had never heard of this stuff before, and I thought I would try it. And it's been setting for 2 years, waiting for me to give it a try. Now, all of these are typically mixed with something else. They're not really a standalone kind of drink, although I suppose you could put it in a shot or sip on it. But I'm just here to do a taste test and then share my impressions of each with the audience. So let's get started. All right, so I'll be pouring a little bit of each of these into a rocks glass and just trying it out. In between, I'll cleanse the palate with some pretzels. All of these bottles are at room temperature. So I'll start on the right with the St-Germain because it's the least potent. There's a plastic cap on the top. The liquor is kind of a golden color, almost looks like apple juice. And it just twists off. And when I pour it, it looks mostly clear. It doesn't smell like flowers. It smells like bark, like tree bark. Okay. Okay, so it's sweet, it's syrupy, and it has a tree bark aftertaste. Yeah. Um, think of some really bad cough syrup. Um, it's a little bit tart too, almost like raisins or plums. All right, I've had a few pretzels. Now it's time for the Sambuca. There's a silver colored plastic cap with a paper seal on it. I'll just give it a twist. and pour it in there. It's clear and it's thick. There's a little spout too here underneath the cap to help pour it. Now that smells like black licorice. Oh yeah, that's got a really strong black licorice taste. I haven't had it in 30 years, but it kind of reminds me of ouzo. Maybe I'll do a taste test between this and ouzo one day. But that's really strong. It's minty too.
Don't be chomping on that shit in between because it's annoying. Nobody wants to hear it.
I took away my director's lapel mic. All right, so now that I've once again cleansed the palate with some pretzels, I'm going to try the strongest stuff I have here, and that's the absinthe. Now this is already open. My directors put it in some cocktail that we were messing around with, experimenting with last night, and we were thinking about making a video on it, but it really turned out bad, so we decided to scrap that idea. I didn't have any in my cocktail, which made it taste even worse. Or at least I think it made it taste worse because I don't know what this tastes like, but I'm sure it would have added because what we made just didn't turn out so well. So it's a little bit clear and green in color there, kind of a light green. It has a minty smell, kind of a licorice smell. Not as strong as the Sambuca. It's syrupy, but not as syrupy as the other two. It burns a little bit going down. I mean, it's 110 proof. And honestly, I would say it's a little bit of both. I can taste the elderflower kind of taste that's in the St-Germain, and I can taste a little bit of the black licorice taste that's in the Sambuca. Even though this isn't made with the same ingredients, yeah, it's just a little bit of both, and it's leaving a burning sensation on my tongue. So it's probably best if something like that is mixed with something else. Use in moderation, I would say. So there you have it. I finally tried these three things out, and I have to say that by themselves, I would not want to have them. So if you've never tried any of these things out, or you're kind of curious about them, go online and look to see what sort of cocktail recipes are out there, and maybe you might find something you want to try out for yourself. I might be using some of these in a video in the future. Thanks for watching.